Noel Gallagher, musical genius, or the boldest copy and paste job in music history. Because let's not lie, we've all listened to an Oasis song and thought, hold on, haven't I heard this before? And spoiler, you probably have. Before we get into the Beatles ripoffs, the homages that sound a little too exact, and Noel's shameless quotes about stealing, hit subscribe, because we're breaking down the myths behind the music, one borrowed chord at a time. Let's start with the obvious. Noel Gallagher has always been praised as a songwriter, the backbone of Oasis, the man who gave us Wonderwall, Don't Look Back in Anger, Live Forever, songs that defined a generation, songs that made stadiums cry. But here's the part people whisper about, and critics shout about. A lot of those songs sound suspiciously familiar. We're not talking inspiration, we're talking identifiable melodies, whole chunks lifted from the past, polished up, sung with a sneer, and repackaged as 90s gold. Let's break it down. Shaker Maker, the second Oasis single, sounds eerily like I'd like to teach the world to sing, like line for line, and guess what? They got sued. Oasis had to settle out of court, pay damages, and quietly pretend it was a coincidence. Next up, Don't Look Back in Anger, an anthem, yes, but that piano intro, that opening chord progression, it's Imagine by John Lennon, not inspired by, and Noel doesn't even deny it. He said on record, yeah, I nicked it, no shame, no apology, just that Gallagher grin. He calls it homage, critics call it theft, and Noel, he's laughing all the way to the bank. Because let's be honest, it works. People don't seem to care, or if they do, they love him because he doesn't care. There's something wild about someone who admits to stealing melodies, shrugs it off, and still sells out arenas. He's not hiding it, he's bragging about it, even in interviews. He's joked, if you're gonna steal, steal from the best. And he's not wrong. The Beatles, David Bowie, T-Rex, Neil Young, if it's legendary, Noel's probably borrowed it. Let's talk cigarettes and alcohol. The riff is Get It On by T-Rex. Note for note, not influenced, recycled, and whatever, yeah. That's basically Neil Innes's How Sweet to Be an Idiot. So similar. Innes got a songwriting credit after release, and this isn't some underground conspiracy. These are public lawsuits, settlements, quotes, and Noel just keeps doing it. Because to him, it's part of the process. In his own words, I'm not interested in reinventing the wheel. Translation, if it ain't broke, steal it, play it loud, act cool. But here's where it gets complicated. Because Oasis fans, they love him for it. They want those Beatles chords. They want the nostalgia. They want to hear something that feels familiar, but still theirs. And Noel delivers, with swagger, with hooks, with just enough attitude to make it feel new. He's not trying to be experimental. He's not Billie Eilish. He's not Radiohead. He's giving you classic rock, with a Manchester sneer. And maybe that's why it works. Because Noel Gallagher isn't lying to you. He's not pretending he's avant-garde. He's telling you, I grew up listening to Lennon. Now I write like Lennon. Deal with it. And people do, because it sounds good, even if you know where it came from, even if it's been done before. He makes it feel loud. And now, but here's the twist, when Noel went solo, he got even safer. The high-flying bird stuff, it's decent, it's solid, but it's all very familiar. Lots of Beatles, lots of Bowie, some synths thrown in for good measure, but nothing new, nothing risky. And that's the irony. He's hailed as a genius, but he's not reinventing pop, he's recycling rock, and doing it really, really well. Which raises the real question. What's the difference between genius and someone who just knows how to copy with confidence? Because there is a line between influence and imitation, and Noel Gallagher lives right on that edge. 1 foot in brilliance, 1 foot in plagiarism, and somehow, we've let him stay there. Because he says it with his chest. He's not pretending to be pure. He's not asking for forgiveness. He's saying, yeah, I stole that melody. And what? That's why the backlash never sticks. People laugh, roll their eyes, sing along anyway, because the songs slap, even if they've slapped before. So is he a fraud, or a master, a thief, or a craftsman? Or maybe he's both? And maybe that's why Noel Gallagher works, because he's honest, blunt, a little arrogant, but always self-aware. He knows the past, loves the past, and repackages it with just enough modern charm. So we forget, we forgive, we vibe. Don't forget to subscribe for more brutally honest takes on music legends, myths, and the messy reality behind the headlines. And here's the question: is Noel Gallagher a genius, or just really good at recycling the past?